Greetings, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to another video. I decided to give you guys a little guitar intro because guess what? It's really not that serious. That's what I realized, because anytime you take a step towards your calling or take a step towards the right direction, it's going to come with resistance. Anytime you go towards a creative endeavor, anytime you take on a new project, anytime you try to take a step of authority, that's always going to be resisted by the enemy, because the enemy wants to keep you planted. The enemy wants to keep you doubting and not having faith in God. So I want to make this video to let you know that, because I struggle with the same thing. It's not that you're incapable of doing the thing. It's not because you are incapable of being the best version of yourself. You are capable of accomplishing anything in this world. And not in terms of worldly success. You're capable of accomplishing what God wants you to accomplish. And He's not going to do the work for you. He'll nudge you. He'll give you ideas. But it's on you to take failure and allow it to mold you into more of a successful person. It's on you to sharpen yourself. The Lord sharpens you, but it's on you to act. The Lord may order your steps, but the plan comes from a man's heart. So let me encourage you in saying, you don't have to eat the elephant all at once. You don't have to get up and run a marathon in a day. Let me tell you, marathon runners, they train year in and year out, running every single day to run that marathon. They don't just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to go run a marathon. You're not just going to wake up one morning and have the business, boom, right there. It's going to take an idea. It's going to take planning. You're not just going to wake up and boom, you're going to make the greatest song ever. It takes time to master this instrument. It takes time to sit there and figure out the strings and listen to it and feel it out. You're not going to have a breakout YouTube channel with only 10 videos. It could happen, but it's far out. It takes trial and error. It takes trying and trying and trying and trying and failing and failing and failing and failing over and over and over again. And if God is nudging you toward a direction and you're sitting back and you're not taking action, that's because you might not realize it, but somewhere subconsciously in your mind, you don't believe that you can do it. You don't believe that you're capable. You don't believe that you're worthy. And that is a lie from the enemy. Because he sharpens you. The Lord sharpens you. The Lord makes you new. The Lord recreates you and gives you the authority to take a step in the right direction. You think you can't have friends. That's why you haven't approached anyone. That's why you haven't tried to hang out with anyone. Because you become so self-loathing that you become selfish. And when you become selfish, you don't care about having friends. You don't care about spending time with anyone else. Because if it's not spent the way that you want to spend it, then you see it as wasted time. But what if someone else needs you? I have a great quote from Teddy Roosevelt, that I'd like to read to you guys. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out the strong stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who was actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort at all without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best in the end, who best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never know victory nor defeat. it takes effort. It takes pushing through that almost unbearable weight of feeling like you're not worthy, of feeling like that you're not as great as the people who seem to have made it, who seem to be walking victory, who have done great things. You are worthy. You are capable, because God has given you a special life and he expects you to do something with it. I have a video about stewardship. You are a steward of your life. God has gifted you this one life, and he expects you to do something great, to something for the kingdom, something great that will impact others. And I can't tell you what that is. That's between you and God. You know, maybe that's a call to be a preacher. Maybe that's a call to make a channel like me. That's something God has called me to, or maybe a musician. Maybe he's called you to be a whatever it might be. But you cannot reach the place that God has called you. We can't reach victory in those realms, because victory of the Spirit comes from him. But you can't reach it without trying, because you got to push through that resistance of the flesh. The flesh contradicts the Spirit. We know this. We know the scripture. The flesh contradicts the Spirit to keep you from doing what you would like to do, because the devil doesn't want you to do. He does not want you to do what you are set out to do. He doesn't want you to conquer. He doesn't want you to have a massive impact. He doesn't want your words that you preach to reach the ears of the lost so they are awakened and they rise up. He doesn't want you to go out and serve others. He doesn't want you to go out and make friends. He doesn't want you to start that ministry. He doesn't want you to step out in faith. But if you step out in faith, God will handle the rest. God will order your steps. If you step out and you do exactly what he has called you to do, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to fear about, because he has you in his hands. And let me tell you, I have this great video plan. I have this whole script written out. I have these ideas of how I want to edit better. I want to use this microphone to get my audio better. But I found myself, you can find yourself in analysis paralysis. Maybe I just needed to sit down and make a video like this, because you see, there might be no special thumbnail, no special title, no special editing, no special what have you. It's not polished, it's not perfect, it's not the most professional, but it is me getting in the action, because I found myself in an analysis paralysis about 3 days where I haven't uploaded a video because I got down on myself about the views. And guess what? That is me worrying about the world instead of the word. The word needs to be heard. This needs to be heard by people. And when you step out and you preach the word, it's almost like God is using you as a vessel to let it out. Let out the wisdom. The wisdom of God comes through you. And it's sometimes like you're speaking to someone who needs it. And sometimes you're speaking to yourself. And he's using you as an instrument. You don't have all the words. He gives you the words to speak. So I want to speak now. You can rise up out of that bed. You can put down that phone. You can put away the self-destructive habits that you are forming, and you can put your hand towards the plow, towards something greater, to reap that harvest. You can put your hand to the plow to do great and mighty things, because the Lord has given you interest. He's given you passions. He's given you talents. And these talents that I have about music, about making videos, about preaching and speaking and writing and reading, that's not the same passion that he's given everyone else. So this was my ding, my light bulb to be like, okay, I need to gravitate towards these things that I'm interested in and do it for the glory of God. And he rises you up. He's the one who rises you up. It is not you. It is not by your own works. It is by faith in him, and he gives you the confidence that you can stand up in the face of doubt. You can stand up when you don't feel like it. You can stand up and you can do the work when you're tired, because it will pay off. It will pay off. If you show up day in and day out, it will pay off. So turn away. Turn away from the desires of your flesh. And don't do work out of vain. Don't do work out of vanity. So this has been a different video, different setting. Been playing around with settings a little bit. Been playing around with the different videos. And like I said, that video, I have a really special video coming where I wrote out a script. It's on the way. I just need to get back in the swing of things. Sometimes you just got to make common videos. And this is a nice setting. This is a beautiful setting here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. K-Joe is back at it again. Is he sleeping? He's not sleeping. It looks like he is. But I love you guys. I I pray that this word reaches your ear, reaches your heart, reaches your soul, and you start to get an understanding of where you need to go. So the Lord has you in His hands. You might not know what to do. Understand what you're passionate about, and use it for the glory of God. You got to get right with God in your heart first, because it's very hard to do something and with the right aim. You know, don't do it if you want to make music. Don't do it to get fame. Do it out of the pure creation, to glorify Him, because He created all these beautiful things. So we are created in His image to also create. So allow Him to work through you. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Until next time, peace.